Hey Claire, I've missed you and I've missed Spooky University. So your topic is tools for financial organization. Well, girl, I am not very organized. All I know is when the bill comes in, I pay it. I will tell you, I have learned over the years not to spend more than I bring in. That's a bad thing. Bad thing, Claire. When you first start out, most people have a house payment, car payment. They have utility bills and things like that. And, everybody has that. So, you can't live beyond your means. You know what I mean? And James and I never have, really. We've never been able to afford to. You know what I mean? You sure can get in trouble with credit cards. I wouldn't advise anybody to have more than one credit card. They're too tempting. James and I have one credit card, and I have a limit on how much I'll spend on that credit card. And I want, if I get close to it, I stop myself. You know what I mean? And I always pay at least 4 or 5 times the minimum on my credit card. James and I are trying to pay the Jeep off in 4 years instead of 5, so I know I have to take out money every payday for that Jeep. And, I always have the bills come to the house because I like to see how much I'm using in water and power and what's going on there. I don't use e-banking to pay bills. I don't like to do that. I feel more comfortable with it being in my hand and me writing that check. Nowadays, it's so hard to save money. Everything's so expensive, and food is outrageous. Gasoline is outrageous. At one time, I was able to save money fairly regular. Now, it's spotty. You know what I mean? James doesn't work as many hours as he used to, and he doesn't make as much money as he used to. But we don't have a house payment now, so it just makes it that makes it good. But I wish I could tell you something that would make everybody rich. James and I have basically struggled the whole time we've been married simply because of where we live and what kind of industry is here for people to work. You know what I mean? All I can say is don't spend more than what you make. Do you really need it? If you don't really need it, don't get it. There's times where you want it just because you want it, and that's okay. But don't make a habit of it. James and I are pretty frugal, except James likes to buy tools. But we don't spend a lot of money on unnecessary things because, frankly, we don't have it. We don't. We tithe every month to our church. Bills are paid when they come in, and basically everything else follows. You know what I mean? We pay our bills first, and then deal with the rest of it on eating and doing what we need to do. You know what I mean? So, money is a tool, and sometimes that tool you can, people use it they don't use it as a tool. They use it as to make them happy. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Money is there for you to be able to make your life easier. And I don't think money's there to make you happy. I guess if you have a lot of money, you can be happy. But, it's just a tool. Tool to get through life. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if this made any sense, but don't overspend. Don't go over budget. Deny yourself. Do you really need it? Just because you have a credit card doesn't mean you got to max it out. All right, everybody. Claire, I'm so glad you're back. This is Melissa reporting from up in the holler. Bye, everybody.